All right, guys, welcome back to the Numbers Lab Golf Preview Show. Got both of us back in the saddle here. It's been a few weeks since we both recorded. Coming off a great Open Championship for both of us. Brian hit the outright with Morikawa pre-tournament. So welcome to the outright club. We've both now hit one since we started this thing. So we're still, relatively new into it, so we both hit an outright, which is good. I had a couple good bogey-free round bets that hit, so that helped kind of save the weekend. But overall, you were plus 6.6. I was plus 14. So yeah, we had a pretty good week. Congrats on the Morikawa outright.
Yeah, thanks. No, and hitting those bogey-free rounds was pretty fun. Those were some fun round by round sweats. I enjoyed those.
Yeah, on the first one, the Rahm one, that was nice. And then the final round, I had to listen to the final part of it on PGA Radio. I was on my way over to Gamble Sands. And so I'm just sweating it out on the radio. And I'm like, okay, we just need 2 more pars. We need 1 more par. I'm like, I don't care. You don't need to birdie, just make pars. So yeah, those were fun sweats. I kind of wish they'd offer those a little bit more. I'm sure they only do them on majors, but some of these other tournaments, they probably get crushed. But we both had a good bounce back, which is good. I know we've kind of had some lull weeks, in the last couple of weeks, and things haven't went our way. But it was nice to have more things go our way than not. Because we still had some guys who kind of shit the bed in the last few holes, missing out on some, top 40s and such. So. But yeah, and I even had Spieth at the end too. So one of us is going to hit an outright this week, and you came on the right side of it. Morikawa is just showing that he is not going anywhere anytime soon, and he's a rising star. He's rising in a hurry. So I think he's top 3 in the world now or something like that. So so this week, was there anything else you wanted to cover as far as what went good on the Open besides the outright, or things that maybe missed or that you just thought, anything that you want to get into?
Yeah, it was just kind of nice to get back and get right. Wissam was up, we were up like 20 couple units, and then I had just been on the slide, and it's been a struggle. So hopefully anybody that was with us have stuck with us and rode the recovery back. So hopefully can continue that here as the season wraps up. I don't know. We seem to have the outright game kind of, I don't want to say figured out, but every week we've got several guys at the top of the leaderboard. So just need some of these other guys to quit melting down on Sunday. I tried some reverse jinx stuff there on Sunday with I had a couple top 40 guys that decided they were going to try to throw it and threw a tweet or 2 out, and it worked. So maybe that's what I need to do more often.
I probably should have done that too. I had Justin Rose top 40, and they even added the top 20 after round 3, and both of them missed. But yeah, I had a couple top 40s that went good. I had easy ones really. I had Scheffler, Morikawa, Oosthuizen top 30. This is the one major, I think, since we've done this, that I didn't bet Oosthuizen outright, and obviously he didn't win, but he was in the mix again. Couple ones, I had Brooks top 20, Brooks over Bryson. So I had some ones that went pretty well for me. A couple that just didn't. Charlie Hoffman not making the cut, just that stung a little bit. That was, a couple units right there, because I think I added on to him after Thursday. So we had more go our way than not this week. So that's all that matters. It's a long game. We're getting back on track. And this week we have, we have the 3am Open. It's only the 3rd year, I believe, in the tournament. So, we just can dive right in on kind of who we like or what. I'll let you kind of get into your model. I know you posted it on Twitter already for people to take a look at, but why don't we dive into it and kind of what you like this week?
Yeah, the stats a couple of stats I have, again, not a ton of history here with this tournament, but a couple of stats that jump out, so lengthy par 4s is one of the stats that I'm using in my model this week, as well as birdie or better gained. So using those, I've got 6 different metrics in my model this week. various weights to each. And, you know, like you mentioned, I posted the output and the rank to our now link tree. So if you go to our Twitter page, we have a link tree. It's a way to just kind of consolidate all of our different links into stuff. So Bet Tracker, and then the golf model output is up there, at least for mine. So, you know, on there, you've got the rank, the player, the outright odds, and the outright value rating, which the value rating is just the comparison of the outright odds versus where my model has everybody ranked. So yeah, I'll get into the outright stuff, and I won't go over every one. If you want to see all of them, they're over on our Bet Tracker. But a couple of the key guys that I'm riding, Keegan Bradley. So he grades out 17th. He's right about on market with where his odds are, but some of the key metrics that I looked at, as well as some performance after a major, point a really strong showing from him. The only thing he doesn't grade out well on are birdie or better gained, which kind of scares me a little bit. But he's a ball striker, and I think this is this is definitely a ball striker's course. So that's one of them that I have as an outright. A couple of more long shots. Adam Shank at 100-1 grades out pretty well. And then somebody that I can't stand betting is Griot. I have him at 35-1. He'll burn me this week. I'll just call it now. But
it's funny as I have him at that. I have him as well this week. So
yeah, I just whatever.
We can be in misery together.
He grades out third. The metrics don't lie. He's he's top 20 in 4 out of the 6 metrics, and the other ones he's top 50. He finished third here last year. I don't think he played here in 2019. Yeah, he's only played this one time, and last year he had a strokes gained total on the course of plus 10 strokes. So he played well, and he grades out well in the last 24 round, 36 round history here. So I'm throwing out some money on him. My outrights only make up 1.5 units worth of outlay, and they're all to win 10 units. So looking for a nice profit there if I can hit. I've got let's see how many outrights I have. I've got 9.
You had 9 outrights this week.
Yeah, but again, only a unit and a half outlay. So
yeah. So I have Griot too. He graded out well. He had a top. He's rounding into form as we just keep getting burned on him. But he was close. He's just been close lately. I think he's rounding his game into shape. Top 12 or T12 at the Open. And I think you said he played here last year. He hits a few key metrics. I'm sure we have a few of the similar metrics that we're looking at this week. So I have Griot. I won't touch too much on him since you just talked about him. One that I have as far as the long shots, Jason Dufner. One metric I looked at this week, and it's per Justin. One of them I dove more into. Justin Ray on Twitter, which is a great follow on Twitter. I'm gonna give him the credit for this stat, but the TPC Twin Cities had the second most approach shots hit by the field from 175 to 200 yards in 2019 plus and 2020. So the only other one was PGA National, so they were second. So they're gonna 175 to 200 yards. I kind of tried to look in that ballpark. And Dufner's second, and so he hits his approach shots from 175 to 200. He's really good, and he's also decent at opportunities gained as well. So he grades out really well. I bet him at 175-1. So again, that one, it's to win 14 units just because it's such a high number. Back-to-back top 25 finishes and a T32 here last year. So. It could be the return of the Duff Daddy. I don't know, but at those odds and those metrics, I'll take that. I also have him at a top. I think I bet him top 40 as well. Where is it at here? Just looking at the tracker. Yeah, plus 230 at top 40. So a couple more outrights that I got. I got Keegan Bradley as well. So this week we're gonna have some common sweats. It looks like. So last week we were rooting against each other secretly. I got Dufner, Bradley, Griot, Got Bubba Watson. He didn't play in the Open, obviously, due to the COVID issue. He hasn't played since Rocket Mortgage, and he's playing really good since then. So maybe a few weeks off. Bubba comes in. I got him at plus 4,000. So, and then the last one I have right now, I only have 5. They make up about a unit. I could add to that so far, but so far that's all I got. I got Luke List. Grades out really well on my model. T32 here last year, missed a cut in 2019 though, but he's coming off a T5 at the Barbasol and a T4 at the John Deere. So he's rounding into shape, and the metrics that kind of pointed out, that stood out to me on him were opportunities gained. He's a ball striker, so I think he can kind of play anywhere. I think this course might fit him pretty well, and obviously his form recently is pretty good. So that kind of rounds out my outrights for the time being. I believe I bet all those guys the top 40 too. Not Bubba. I bet Bubba top 20 just because of where he's at odds wise. I wasn't gonna lay the number. But yeah. So what are a couple, maybe just 2 more or so, just kind of keep it a reasonable time. Maybe a couple more top 40 or top 20 bets that you like this week, and then they can go check out everything else on the tracker.
Yeah, I'll mention I've got List too. I've got List. I do have a Duffner bet. I got him at plus 275 for top 40. He grades out 10th in mine. List grades out 2nd. As far as I'll just touch on my bigger bets. So I've got a tournament matchup bet. I've got Finau Roosthazen at even money. I've got 2 units on that. I've got a unit and a half on Griot at plus 125 top 40. And then I've got a unit and a half, or to win a unit and a half. So it's a 1.8 unit outlay on Bradley at minus 120 for a top 40. So I do have some bigger bets this week. And then again, I've got sprinkles throughout of different names. So a couple, I guess no names, but not as common names. So Pereira, a top 40, as well as a top 20. He graded out pretty high. And then I've got, I guess, one more for top 20 would be, I've got Patrick Reed, which I know, again, I keep saying some of these guys are going to burn me. I know he's going to burn me, I think. I just get that feeling. It's just week after week, these guys continue to grade out well, and the value is there, and then they just stink. So Griot is going to probably do it to me just because I've got him about every which way here this week. And then Reed, the top 20, he might make a charge, but I wouldn't be surprised if he misses a cut or something. It seemed, I was so surprised to see him miss the cut at the Open, because I felt that really fit him pretty well, and it just didn't work. So I've got a bunch out there. Nothing that I'm not just throwing darts. Everything's backed up by the model output, but there's some pretty good value out there this week in some of these top 40 bets. Some good plus money. So what are some more of yours?
A couple more that I got. Yeah, I don't know if I finalized mine or not, but I mean, what I have so far, this is kind of my long shot top 40, but Bronson Burgoon. I think that's how you say his name. Haven't bet him before, but he's plus 360. He finished tied T41 here last year and T34 in 2019. And there's not a whole lot more data. I mean, he didn't grade out well. I'm kind of going on the course history, even though there's only 2 years. So I'm going with that. It's more of a field play, but plus 360 through half unit on it, so it's not a ton there. I'm rolling with Hank Biota again. He's been a top 40 monster. I mean, he's really been a top 10 monster. I'm not going that far, but I just have him at top 40 minus 105. Normally I don't like to lay that, it's small juice, so it's not really that much, but last 3 tournaments, man, he's been top 10. So I think he didn't have a tournament last week though, so he took a week or 2 off, and so I have him top 40. And then I have also, we already covered Duffner at plus 230. I have, where is it? I took Tony Finau top 20. And then the last one, I was going to go to my data real quick. Another guy that rates out pretty well for me is Sam Ryder. I have him as the top 40 at plus 175. So he fits that proximity 175 to 200 pretty well. He's like a top 12, top 11 in that category, and he's an average. Birdies are better gain and a couple other little stats. So he's better than average. So top 40 at almost plus 200. I'll take that. And we have some fun first round leader bets. I'll just go through mine real quick. They're all to win around 10 units. Ryan Moore, Emiliano Grillo, Patton Kizzire, who's always his first round scoring averages very well, and then Keegan Bradley. So everything else on mine, there's a few more that I haven't listed. You guys can go check them out on the tracker. Like I said, we started off really good. We hit the outright, had a big lull of a few weeks where we weren't winning anything or a lot was not going our way. And now we both bounced back this last week out of the last major of the year. So the wraparound season's kind of coming to a close. So we're going to try to get back in, closer. I'm down a little bit still, but looking to get into the green, and at least in golf wise, to close out the year. May have some Olympic bets on my end. I don't know yet. I'm going to look, see if I can do some research on the course and all that good stuff. Going to be an interesting field too there. And then we got FedEx Cup playoffs coming up. So, we'll still have content. We're still going to try to get our video out, and we're going to be pumping out some football here pretty soon too. So is there anything else that we missed?
I don't think so. I'm certainly looking forward to football. We've got a little bit of time here to prep, and then obviously be looking to college basketball. This has been fun. Again, hopefully we can kind of continue this momentum as the season wraps up, and we're just trying to do it all well. And I think we're accomplishing that. So hopefully people are enjoying the content and and enjoying the ride here. It's been a roller coaster, but I think things are trending in the right direction.
Well, yeah, and yeah, I agree with that 100%. Plus, we've only been doing this for like 3 months, so we're still kind of learning. We're still doing pretty well, and yeah, hope you guys like the content. You guys are hopefully winning some money, at least on our bets. I've been covering just kind of some baseball and golf. You've been covering a little bit of everything. You're up 14 units in NASCAR, so hopefully some people have been tailing NASCAR. Those have been good, and I'm up by roughly 21 units in baseball. So, but I'm pumped for football, college football, NFL. And we're going to, hopefully make some money on that. So
me too.
I think that's it. So, let's hopefully we have a few outright sweats together. Hopefully we can, like I said, we've had outrights in the mix like every single week, either up until Saturday or Sunday, or, someone's in the mix on one of our cards. And so that just shows us we're doing something right. We're looking at the right stats. So, that's all I got. So we'll, hopefully we'll be back next week, and I think there's a tournament next week. I'm assuming there is. The Olympics, they're not going to stop golf for the Olympics. I haven't even looked at next week's tournament. So, we'll hopefully be back next week, and that's all we got.